It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right, what's happening, guys? It is Tuesday, February 11th, 2020, which means that 42 days of 2020 are already gone for us. They're already gone, folks. So ask yourself this question: how is your year going so far? Two things on that. So if your year is going well, congratulations, and keep pushing. If it's not going well, I got good news for you. It's easily fixed. Very easily fixed. You have power to change that today. Today, you can just make a change. You can just make a change in the way that you think. You can start from nothing. You can quit your job. You could start a new business. You can do anything you want today. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. We're going to talk about what if today was the day that everything was taken from you. And we're talking specifically professionally. So I want to talk about what you would do. You know, I've been asked this question quite a bit. You know, what if you lost it all? What if you had to start over? What if you woke up today and everything was different? And you know, I want to cover this topic for a reason, because I think that so many people live their life in fear of this potentially happening. And the reality is that this, as bad as it may be for a temporary moment, I think that this could be a great thing for people too. And so I just want to look at it, and I don't want you to just think about like the reality of you waking up and everything being gone, or your job being gone, or you know, your business being gone, something like that. But just imagine if you woke up tomorrow and everything was new. You know, everything, you had the opportunity to turn the page. You know, everything just kind of started from scratch in your business, in your life. You know, so what if today was the day that everything changed for you? Not in a way that most people would view as a good thing, but what if you had to start over tomorrow? And I would ask you this question. Think about this for a second. What would you do first? And who would you call? What would be the actions that you would take as soon as this happened to you? Good morning, Dave, Chris, Bob, Dayton, what's happening? Sean Hines. You know, what if today was that day? What would you do and who would you call? I want to give you guys my perspective on this topic this morning, and hopefully I can put your mind at ease as to what you would need to do if this ever happened to you. And what I would tell you is this. Good morning, Carla. How are you? If this happened to me, the first thing that I would do, just straight up, I would remove the emotions from the situation, or as best as I can. I know that's easier said than done, but I would remove my emotions from the situation, and I would just take an inventory. I would literally get to a quiet place. I would get rid of my outside influences, aka my cell phone, my computer, all that stuff. I would get to a quiet place, and I would start to take inventory of what I got going on. I would take inventory of a lot of things. The first thing I would start with is what I've got going on financially. So what kind of cushion I've got, what kind of situation I'm in, how good or bad that situation is. So financially, what do I got? Am I in a pretty desperate situation where I need to make a lot of income fast? Or am I in a pretty decent situation where I can be a little bit more strategic? And these things matter when you get into these situations. And by the way, I want you guys to kind of think about these tactics when it comes to your business, making changes in your business, in your job, in your career, whatever it is. This method, these steps that I'm talking about this morning, they work for reinventing yourself. They work for changing your business. They work for making an overhaul of your sales team, of your company, whatever it is. But I would take inventory of where I'm at financially. because that matters, right? That makes a difference as to what decisions you're going to make, how fast or slow you need to move. All of those things make a difference. And then the second thing that I would do, literally immediately, I would start making phone calls to my friends, my circle, and start discussing this situation with the people that I know and that I trust on what maybe I think my next steps might or should be, and then get their opinion on exactly what those next steps might or should be. Because those people, a lot of times, those people that you truly trust, I'm not talking about calling random people that might guide you in the wrong direction, but those people that you truly trust, that you know for sure know you well and would guide you in a positive direction, that's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about those people you know will give you the right answer, and that will give you the truth, that will give it to you right between your eyes, whatever it is that you need to hear. And I would discuss in detail exactly what I've got going on and what I'm thinking about. And after that conversation, I would immediately jump into creating a rough draft of what I was going to do moving forward. And as soon as I am done making that rough draft, a lot of people ask me questions about business plans, this, that, all. I'm not a huge believer in business plans. I am a big believer in having a plan, but I am not a huge believer in some detailed business plan. Much of the success that we have had as a company, and that I've had in every company that I've been involved in, most of those have come from rough drafts that you could consider written out on a bar napkin, and some actually were. So, when it comes down to it, you just need a rough draft plan as to where you're going to go. And as soon as you get that plan together, as soon as you connect with those right people on what you want to do and what is the right next move for you, you want to start taking massive action in the direction of making something happen, and you want to keep yourself busy. Because let me tell you what happens when you're not busy. When you're not busy and you've got adversity coming at you, I've been in this situation more times than I would like to admit, and I can tell you this. When you have that adversity staring you in the face and you don't keep yourself busy, what happens is that your mind starts to tell you everything that could happen that probably won't happen. And so you will instantly become less productive every minute that you spend not taking massive action in a direction of correcting this problem. I want to go back to talking about connecting with those people that you trust. Here's the reason that you connect with those people that you trust. Because those people are going to see things from a different perspective than you will. And here's where I have made mistakes in my own life that I want to make sure I communicate to you guys when you are in these situations. The number one thing you have to avoid doing when you're in this situation of massive shifts in your life, whether it's reinventing your business, making changes in your staff, changing the direction of your company, the worst thing that you can do is make decisions based on any level of desperation. I've done this myself, and it has led to massive challenges in my life, setbacks that have cost me years of my life that I could have been far more productive. I never regret anything because it's all taught me lessons that have gotten me to this point where I'm at. But the reality is, when you make decisions out of your own emotions, and when you're going through these tumultuous times, you're going to have an increased level of emotion. Hopefully you guys can create enough discipline in your life, enough self-control that you can control this kind of thing. But the reality is that you're going to have some level of emotions involved in these types of these times in your life. Those people in your circle will give it to you straight, and they will remove those emotions for you. They will remove that level of desperation because it's not them, and they don't feel that same level of desperation that you do. So those people, one of the chapters in my book is titled "Your Circle is Your Life." These are the people that will help you pull pull through no matter what the situation is. Because when you have good friends, they will always be there to lend a hand, to literally reach out a hand and pull you up. So where do you get those connections from? Those could be people that you've met on social media that have become friends. Those could be people that you're doing business with, that you've got a great relationship with. You just kind of built a good, trusting, mutual relationship. But those people are going to be the way that you plug back into momentum fast. They're going to create business opportunities for you. They're going to create income fast for you if that's a necessity. They're going to help you be able to turn those dollars fast. And most importantly, they're going to be the ones that help you stay busy, that help you stay focused. When you feel yourself getting off course, they're going to be the people that help you kick yourself back on course. What's happening, George, Andrew, Morgan, Jordan? What's happening, my brother? Chelsea, good morning. Thanks for jumping on here, guys. Mark, Kevin, what's going on? Eli, Mike, my wife's on here. Jake Perry. We got a lot of people watching this morning. Thank you, guys. Ryan, my man from Minneapolis. I bet you're cold up there, bro. But these people are going to be the ones that help you. They're going to help create a new vision for you. They're going to, in some cases, be part of that new vision for you. The number one thing you should remember, guys, when these things happen, don't go to the people that make you most comfortable. Go to the people that will tell you the truth, that will help you get back on track, and that will put the fuel in your tank to correct your path. It's not about feeling comfortable when you get into these situations. When you find yourself under attack in some aspect of your life, the reality is you need to recruit. You need to recruit the beasts in your life to help you get back on track. Because I can tell you right now, I'll just use myself as an example. I've been asked this question a bunch of times. What if you lost it all today? I will tell you in a lot of ways, when you create a company and you got all this stuff going on, and, every company, as you build it, it starts to create, just things that are off track and, issues, and, things get wonky here and there. You got to recorrect. You got to course correct nonstop, right? And so I always think to myself, I would never want this to happen, right? I would never choose for this to happen. But if it did, it could be a gift that you're able to reset. You're able to have all of this knowledge that you've pulled to this point in your life, and you get a fresh start. You get the opportunity to recreate something without having those drags that you currently have on yourself, whatever that may be, whatever issues, whatever challenges. You got a bunch of stuff hanging out there that you got to take care of. It's kind of just dragging down everything that you're doing. You would get a new lease on life, right? And I can tell you this, if it was all taken from me today, you could go to the Pennsylvania Department of Commerce tomorrow online and look at registered businesses. And on February 12th, 2020, there would be a new one registered under my name. Because the reality is this, guys. The knowledge that you have and that you gather in your life is what is valuable. Certainly the companies that you built, the career that you have built, all of those things have value. But the most valuable thing that you have in your life is two things. The knowledge that you have in your brain, the experiences that you've created and learned from that create that knowledge. And number two, the connections and friends that you have that will help you recreate from scratch. It makes no difference. It makes no difference. Let me tell you a secret, guys. I've been around a lot of people who've been punched in the mouth incredibly hard in their life. And you know what I know for a fact is that when I look at those people, there's a difference. There's two kinds of people in the world. There's winners and there's the non-winners. I'm not going to use the L word, but it's the people that don't win all the time. And winners, will always find a way to win. Oil never mixes with water. Winners don't mix with losers. They don't have the same mindset, ideas, threats in their body. They don't have the same anxiety about starting over. It's a different perspective. I have the perspective of, if I had to start over, I would view it as a gift. I don't want it to happen, but I would view it as a gift, as an opportunity for me to have a clean slate, for me to now start new with all of the information and experiences that I've had. Every time I've been able to reset my life, I have, boom, lifted up a notch. I have gathered new momentum. I have met new people. I have had new opportunities be presented to me that I never imagined were possible. So if it was all taken from you today, I want you guys to leave this call with that encouragement that if it was all taken from you today, it doesn't matter, because you have the opportunity, you have life tomorrow that you can wake up and start all over again in an instant, don't you? When you wake up tomorrow morning and you get the gift of life, you wake up, you open your eyes, and you figure out that you're still breathing, that you're still here, that you live to fight another day. All you have to do is use the knowledge in your brain and the people in your life that you know are there to help you. And I promise you this, in a period of time, it could be one day, it could be 1 week, it could be 1 month, it could be 1 year, it could be a couple of years, but I promise you this, if you are a winner, you will always win. Because if you are a winner, hopefully you're surrounding yourself with winners. And I'm going to tell you the most important piece of information that I could give you today. Make sure that you don't surround yourself with people trying to make yourself comfortable. Discomfort is the enemy of progress. Comfort is the enemy of progress, rather. Discomfort is what it takes to get through these scenarios. So stare it in the face and take it. Shoulder the responsibility, and you will learn very quickly that those moments of discomfort, all of that adversity, that's the gift. That is the gift of what will make you great in the future. Every time I've been punched in the face in my life, every time I've been down and out, every time I've gone back in income, there was a point in my life, guys, that I literally almost had my income cut by 2/3, like that. How would you deal with that? What would it make you be? I can tell you what it did for me, and I'm giving you advice to avoid that this morning. It made me desperate because I wasn't prepared for that to happen. I don't think anybody could be fully prepared for their income to be cut by 2/3, but there was a point in my life that happened to me. But guess what? I'm still here. And I've scratched and clawed and climbed my way back to my version of success. And that has nothing to do with money. It has to do with the fact that I get to wake up every day after being punched in the face multiple times over years and years. For years, literally. I'll talk about this more this week because my wedding anniversary is coming up this week on Friday. And from the time that I married my wife, for years, I was in a very up and down situation professionally. I was getting bounced all over the place. Before I opened my own company, it was not a pleasant time for me. It was all over the place, man. And I literally started to wonder if I was going to make it by my own definition. And the reality is this. When I stared that in the face, when I stared that adversity in the face and said, I'm not going to let this happen to me, and I'm not going to let this happen to my family. I'm not going to let my dreams be taken away. It doesn't matter what somebody else tries to do to me. The reality is that the choice you make when you wake up in the morning to dust yourself off and keep going is the only thing that's going to stop you from success, from whatever definition of that is yourself. For me, it's waking up and getting to enjoy what I do every day. Ask my wife. I sit here every day with a smile on my face. Doesn't matter if I'm here 16 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours, 20 hours. It doesn't matter. I love what I do. I love the people I get to do it with. I love every part of it. And that is the driving force behind all of it. Because when you've got the right people in your life, when you get to choose what it is that you get to do, it makes no difference if everything's taken from you tomorrow. Because winners will win. The water will never mix with the oil. Doesn't happen. Try it. It doesn't work. I hope this was helpful for you guys, man. This is a topic near and dear to my heart because I've had it happen to me. I've had, everything taken from me by most people's definitions. I've had to start over multiple times. And every single time was a greater gift. And so don't ever think that those moments in your life where you feel that pivot being necessary, where you feel that pressure coming on you, that, why me again? Let me tell you something, guys. Those why me moments are most of the time the greatest gift that you will ever receive. It's all about perspective. That's the title of this show. Trust me. Trust that guy upstairs. Trust the higher power, whatever it is you believe. Trust in yourself. Trust in your own soul that the direction of your life is meant to be something great. You were not put on this earth to be average. You were put on this earth to make an impact with the gifts that you've been given. And if you're not doing that yet, that's okay too. Because as I said in the beginning of the show, I got great news for you. Today is a new day. Tuesday, February 11th only comes around once. Tuesday, February 11th, 2020 only happens once. So it's up to you. You can make that decision to start today, to look yourself in the mirror and say, today is the day. Today is the day that I'm going to do something different. I'm going to get some quiet time. I'm going to figure out where I'm going, and I'm going to start making it happen. And I'm going to make the connections with people. I'm going to make the phone calls. I'm going to make the calls. I'm going to make the comments on social media, the DMs, whatever it takes. I'm going to do those things that put me in a better position. And I'm going to call the people that are going to tell me the truth, not the ones that are just going to offer me empty encouragement. It's not about empty encouragement, guys. It's about the people who will tell you the truth. When you're screwing up, call the people that will tell you. Don't call the people that tell you it's okay. The world ain't about comfort. The progress in this world is made by discomfort. Remember that, guys. I hope this was helpful for you. If everything was taken from you today, don't worry, guys. If you're worried and you think everything's being taken from you today, give me a call, shoot me a DM. I'm happy to have a conversation with you and help you any way that I can. Please, guys, if this was helpful to you, please share it out on Facebook. If you guys could, go over to iTunes and leave a review for this podcast. If you guys listen to the podcast, even if, I don't care if you don't listen to the podcast, go over there and leave a review. If you listen here, please go to one of the podcast platforms and leave a review for me. It helps get this show exposed to more people. We're really picking up some steam and momentum on getting more listeners and more people viewing the show every single day, more people looking on YouTube, stuff like that. And we're trying to get it out to different platforms. I'm sharing it on LinkedIn and in some different places. So if you guys could help me with that, I can't do it alone. I need your help. I will do anything for you guys in return that you need. You need a conversation, you need coaching, whatever it is, I'm here for you. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Jake Perry, Kim Goodman, Derek, Andrew, Ricky, my man. Love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in so much. And, man, you get my morning started off on the right foot every single day. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow. Same place, same time right here on Morning Perspective. Love you guys.